friends, it is Ann with Whimsically United coming to you on what is today? It's Thursday morning. Welcome to the replay watchers. I say that you please let me know that you watched on replay. I would like to give a shout out to you and I appreciate you so much. We are working on a 16-inch round today and we are going to use the Essential Stencil Ghostly Greetings. I couldn't even remember what it was called. I just put it in. Couldn't remember. But let me pull us up on my iPad so that I can see what you see, because I got my phone backwards and excuse me. I got to be able to see what you see, because I don't know if it is set up right. It is not pulling me up on my iPad. Come on. Keep refreshing it, but it is not. There we are. I found us. Thank you so much for sharing your Thursday morning with me. I appreciate it. Okay, you see pretty good. All right, that's good. That's good. We're going to use stain to stain this, and I am going to use Cherry Blossom. It is a very beautiful color. It is very pretty for fall and Halloween. And this is a solid from Minwax Wood Finish. These come in over 200, I think it's over 240 colors now. You can get them at Lowe's and I think Menards and also Sherwin-Williams. My Sherwin-Williams only, look at this lush color, only carries the semi-transparent. I don't mind. Either one is fine with me. I like either one. I like seeing the grain through it, the wood grain. So let's see if I could see any comments. If I do not see comments on my iPad, I do apologize. Like I said, I've got my phone turned around so you can read the words. Next week, there will be no lives. We are going to Tennessee on vacation, so no lives next week. I'll be back the week after. I'm just using sponges from Harbor Freight, and I use them at least 4 times on each side, so that'll be 8 uses. You can put them in a baggie, a Ziploc bag, and prolong the longevity, but I'm okay with just, look at that beautiful color. I'm okay with just throwing them away after 4 times. As long as it still has a soft, pliable, 8 times, as long as it has a soft, pliable part on there, I am okay with that. And I am just going to go around and put this in, and then I will do the edges as well. I am not sure what I'm putting on the other side. Most of my signs I am doing double-sided, but I'm not sure yet what I will do on the other side. So I don't know if I'm going to do winter or just a regular home, what creators call an evergreen, one that is good for all year. I don't know yet. What are your suggestions? And please comment in the replay as well if you're watching on replay. Let me know what your thoughts are. Would you do just a regular like welcome, home sweet home, or would you do a winter? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Yeah, we are leaving Saturday, so I am gonna try to do our Soul Filled Saturday on Friday evening or Friday afternoon, because we're gonna pack the car in the evening. I'm gonna go ahead and tip this up. I'm gonna go ahead and do the edge. That way I got the edge done, because if I don't do the edge, I sometimes forget to do the edge. And then I got the whole project done and I'm like, darn, I gotta put the edge in. So what would you put on the other side? We'll have Halloween on one side. What would you put on the other side? Would you do a home sign, a welcome sign, or a winter? I'm kind of thinking about winter. I think that would be really nice. I'm going to dry this a little bit and I'm going to go over it one more time. And I will show you how I will put that middle stripe on here to put the words on. And the other colors we're using is black, and I am going to use this mustard color for the moon and the stars. And then I am thinking of adding the enchanted shimmer, and I might add that to the ghost to make him glistening. And then we can add, oh, what's the other thing called? The, oh, my words escaped me this morning. We can add the holographic illusions on the words ghostly greetings. All right, I am going to add another coat on here. And I just went with the grain of the board. I just want to darken this up a little bit. So all I did is I just dried it, and now I am adding our second coat to it. And if it is not moving smooth enough, add a little bit of moisture, and then your sponge will run over it smoothly. Like right there, I've got streaky parts because my sponge is not having enough moisture left on it. You can put moisture on your sponge or on the board and see how nicely it glides now. And then we'll just get more. And I'm just going to go ahead and spritz this with water a little bit. That way it will glide. Turn it around. And you see the color difference between the two sides? Well, we just have one coat. And sometimes I'll just leave it like that. Sometimes I'll just put one coat on there, depending on what my mood is, on what I want to achieve. See, I'm getting stuck. It is not moving smoothly. So I am just going to spritz it with water. That will help your paint glide or your stain. Paint goes for paint too. Anytime you want to blend or move paint, you'll need moisture. that looks good. I like that it is a little bit darker on the top parts. That looks good to me. There is something on here. I think it's a hair. Yep, it was a hair. That's not good to have on your board. How did that hair get in there? And see, just like that, we can bring in some little bit of darkness as well. And that's all. And this is called Cherry Blossom. Hello, Sherry. I love this color. This is a really pretty Halloween color. I've had this can for a long time. Sorry for the noise, but I want to make sure I shut this down. Alright, let's dry this again. Take my gloves. No, I'm not taking my gloves off because I am going to take my gloves off for right now. I will put them back on when I put the black on because I'm going to use stain to do the black as well. But I have to take that off. I'm frugal. I try to reuse things as much as I can. I do the same with packing things. Like I reuse boxes. It is nice on the environment when you can reuse things. Yeah, I think this is a really pretty color for our ghost. Since we spritzed it with a little bit of water, we're going to have to make sure that we dry this really good. Especially if you use transfers. You want to make sure that it is dry. I'm trying to get all my paints out of the way here. Still a little tacky in places. Before you put your next color on, make sure that you give the board a moment to cool down. I will sand this. But yeah, I love this color. It is gorgeous. It is a really good background color. I'm going to use my 120 sponge to, I'm going to go around the edge first. And I'm going to lightly sand this. I am going to dry it one more time because it is still tacky. We don't need it tacky. We need it good and dry. And I always look to see which way do I want this to lay, and I want this to lay this way. Down here where we have the most stain, it is the most tacky. And thank you all for sprinkling it out, even if you watch on the replay. I would love it if you could sprinkle the whimsy out so that others can see what is going on, what we are doing. got a spot right there that transferred from my sponge. You have that sometimes, that you have something that transfers from your sponge over. Let's go right over it and make sure everything is good. Then we can always take our stain, where'd it go, and go back over it. There was an imperfection in the wood, and it picked up a little bit of that when we sanded it off. Alright, now we could put our, I am going to do the ghost first. And then I'll show you how we'll add the greetings on the bottom. And it will show you which way the ghost lays. His little point goes to the left. And you also have the grooves on here, so you know which way to lay it on here. It is made for a 16-inch round. And it goes from edge to edge. And I am going to move this up a little bit. I need to scoot it over. Yep, that's good. I just scooted it up a little bit. Instead of having it even, I just moved it up, not even a 1/4 inch. He will be white, and I am using warm white for that. And since I've got such a big surface, I am going to use the 3/4 inch brush. Ooh, that one has seen better days. Let me get a better one. I'll just use the 7/8. That's a bigger brush. But we've got such a big surface, we can use that. I put my paint on my coffee filter with my plate underneath. I'm loading my paint. And now I am offloading my paint. I turn my brush periodically to get that paint into the bristles. There it is in the bristles. I don't really need to offload much because we have such a big surface. If I start in the middle and go out, then I don't have to worry about bleeding. Be careful for these little pieces that when you go, that you don't go under it. I am going to come down. I will put 2 coats on here. If you are a big swirler, tape your stars off. I'm not going to put my finger on this one because he is kind of close. And I am just going from the outside in. Put my finger back on this one. And it looks weird right now. Trust the process. We will add another coat to this. and the brush strokes will disappear. Right now I am pushing harder on there to get this color down. Come back over my edges. I'm going to dry it and then I'll come back with a second coat. Stain and acrylic paint don't need much drying time. I'm just going to reload. And do the same thing. I'm going to come in from the middle. And depending on what your background color is, you might have to do 3 coats. I'll look and see if I think I need a 3rd coat. I am going to reload because my brush is getting dry. And I'll just repeat the process. And I use a swirling motion. And I swirl right and left to make sure I got everything covered. Paint my thumb in the process. And sometimes I offload too much. So there is a nice sweet spot. I am going to give it a 3rd coat. And any bristles that are on here will sand off. You don't have to worry about that. Now, I think he looks good. In order for my yellow to turn out bright, I'm going to go ahead and just put a little base coat down, because that will help my stars to pop. And again, I swirl right and left. I am going to get a Clorox wipe to put my brush in so that it will stay moist if I need white again, because when I go down to the bottom, there will be the moons on there, so I will add a little bit more white on there. So I just fold mine in a triangle, put my brush in it, and just wrap it. And now I am going to use this Country Chic, and the color is called Fresh Mustard. Country Chic is an indoor-outdoor paint. It is similar to Fusion Mineral, and I've got to stir it up a little bit. So I'm just going to take a popsicle stick stir that up. It has a top coat built in, so this is perfect for projects that you will sit on the porch. And I'm just gonna take what is on my popsicle stick and put it on my coffee filter to use for my stars. I'm going to lay that to the side. We might need some more. For right now, we're just going to close that up. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch brush to do those little stars. Again, I'm loading it and offloading it on my, and make sure that you get the edges. You see how much paint is left on that edge right there? Offload your edges as well. I am going to do 2 coats of this as well, just to make sure everything is covered really good. And the white underneath is going to help my stars to pop. Let's dry them back up. I'm sorry if I don't see comments. I have my phone turned backwards so that you guys can see the words better. I have to dry this a little bit more. Let this cool down a little bit. I might not have waited long enough for it to cool down. Sometimes stippling will help too, and it will give texture to your piece. I'll get a little bit more paint. There we go. I think that's got it. We are done with this part, so we can take this off. And I think that yellow, that mustard color with the purple is just amazing. I think it looks so pretty. This is the bottom part, and you can look at the picture on here. Let me show you. When you look at the way it is cut, you see the bat right here and the star above it. The bat on the side right here and the star above it. So you know that this goes on this side. So it's got to be this way. So you can always look at your design and tell which way it needs to go. See, now that that is dry, I can just remove those bristles. Alright, goes right here. And again, it has the marking on there But I am going to move it down a little bit more. And the reason being, while I'm moving it down a little bit more, the ghostly greetings is going in the middle right here. And I want to create a black block, and I'm going to do yellow for the letters. So I want to be able to create that block right now. If I go by this measurement right here, it will cover that bat up. So I'm going to add the bats first, and then I'm going to tape it off to do my black. And I'm making sure that the distance between these two is very similar. Because that way I know that that is straight. If you want to measure, you can. Wrong side. There we go. Okay, I've got a little over 1 1/4. And that is about the same. So we are pretty good. Tape it down. Same thing. I am going to use the white as a base. I'm not going to use it on the bats because they're going to be black, and that will blend in really well. But I am going to use it on the stars and the moons. And I'm making all of them in the same color. There's one more. This just helps your color pop. And I just went to my offload spot. I have very little paint left on there. And that's what I used. Now we can go back to our yellow. And you can add orange stars if you want to, like the picture shows. I just kind of like the yellow versus adding orange. I will do the words in orange. I know I said yellow earlier, but I think I'm going to do the words in orange. Add a little bit of interest. I'm going to reload my brush to do the... Oh, I forgot a moon completely right here. Look at that. Wow. If you want your moons to be in different directions, you can turn it. And the other good thing about these stencils too is that you can use bits and pieces for other designs. Like you can use just the bats for something. Or you could use just the stars. There are so many different ways you can use bits and pieces. You can just use the word greetings. That's what I like about the stencils. There is so many opportunities to use different things out of them. My moons are not completely solid, which I don't mind because moons have different nuances to it, so I don't mind that they are not solid. I'm gonna dry it and add another coat. Hey Debbie! Hi my friend, how are you? How are you feeling? How are things going? And thank you for the stars. I didn't see it on the other post until yesterday evening. Thank you so much. Sometimes I think Facebook is hiding comments from me. Because there was one comment I had seen and I cannot find it. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where it went. Alright, I like that. That looks good to me. Now I need black for the bats. And I am going to use the Country Chic black for that as well. Got to stir that up a little bit. So I am just going to stir it up like that. And we'll add some black to our I'll get me a little bit more because the bats are bigger. I'm going to lay that down over here in case I need some more. And again, this is called Licorice from Country Chic. And now I will need another brush. I'm going to use my favorite 5/8 inch brush. Well loved. I am not seeing comments. I see that you guys are on, but I am not seeing comments, so I apologize. I got my phone turned back. So I'm sorry if I miss any of your comments. I will go back and read them. Again, if you're a big swirler, cover your stars up. I am gonna give this a little bit of texture. I like that. And the reason why I did not go over with white, because it is a dark color going on a dark background. I was okay with that. So I didn't feel like I needed to do that in white. Especially if you have red and you put white on it, do a light coat first. And that way it will not turn pink on you. So again, if you're watching on replay, let me know, and everybody here, should we do a home sweet home, a welcome, or a winter scene on the other side? You guys let me know. What do you think we should put on the other side of our door hanger? And I'm stippling to get a little bit of character to it. It will show the marks of the brush marks, the stipples. And it just gives it a little bit of character. You can also use dimensional paste, or oh my goodness, I can never think of what it is called. Joint compound, and make these backs 3D. I like them. I'm gonna get that black off of my finger right here before I transfer it to somewhere else. I've got everything on here. I'm going to dry this real quick. And we're still going to have to put our eyes on our ghost. But this is what we have so far. I am going to give it a quick sand. Then I'm going to take my tape and tape up, because I want that middle to be black to right at the ghost ghostly greetings on there. It looks pretty good. I am using this as measurement because I can line my letters up right underneath the tape right here. And see, I'm off a little bit, so I'm going to tape this down for just a second, and then I can realign this one. And it will be semi-straight. No guarantees here, no guarantees. I am going to use black stain to stain that up real quick. Yeah, I'm not seeing any comments. Makes me sad, because I know you guys got lots to say. But it's okay. We got this. I am just going to use this side for the black. Because I won't need much. So, how has the Lord blessed you this week? Let me know. I want to hear some good news. What has the Lord done for you this week? I'm excited that we get to go on vacation with our little grandbaby and my mother-in-law. That makes me very happy. I am going to dry this and then add another coat over top. Right now it is still showing the purple underneath, and I don't mind that. It gives it a little bit of extra character. This side is still a little bit too wet, so I'm going to have to wait. I'll dry that one more time, and then we're going to call it good. And like I said, I'm okay with that showing through. It just gives it extra character. Let that cool off a minute. I like that, and that looks good. All right, here comes the noise again. Now I'm going to have to ask you a question. I wish I could see comments. Because I want to know whether we should do a bright orange or whether we should do a light orange for the letters. Because I do want to bring a little bit of orange in. Alright, I've got a spot of white right there. I don't know where that came from. Might have been from my hand. Let me dry that one more time. Now, I wish I could ask you whether we should use this bright orange for the letters or whether we should keep it and use this is bright orange and this is tiger lily. I think I'm going to use tiger lily. I just think that would look really good. Dry that really good. While we're waiting on that to dry, we can add our little face. I put an F on there, which smeared to know where my, which side. You can use them interchangeably most of the time, but I just wanted to make sure I had it the right way. I looked on the packaging. The mouth lines up with the little points right here, so I'm just gonna put our little face right there. And you can, you know, angle it. You can do all kinds of things with your face. However you want to add your face, you can do a hand-drawn face. I've found out I'm not good in hand-drawing faces. This is still the black left on the brush from our bats. So I'm just going to use the rest out of here and then I'm going to reload. If you're not sure if you have too much on your brush, start on the Mylar first. Oh, he is cute. He's a cute little fella. Alright, that's what we have so far. I am going to use this bright tiger lily. I just think that will be a fun color for the words. to add just a little bit of extra. And I am just going to use the brush that we used for the yellow, because that tiger lily is a darker color. And again, I can line it up left to right. And then I am just going to center my words in the middle of the, you can tell how much space you have. So I can move it up a little bit more. Keep sticking to my background. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold this up for a second. I think that looks good. All right, now the fun color. We are loading it back on our brush and are floating it on our coffee filter. Still got too much on here, so I'm going to take my paper towel and offload a little bit more. Oh, I should have done the white underneath first. I love the font of this. I should have done the white first so it would pop. I'm going to show you what I'll do. I'll add a little bit of white to my brush because I've done this very lightly. I'm going to add a little white to my brush and go over it, and then I'll go back to the orange. And you don't need much. That way our orange will pop a little bit more. And I'm just doing it very lightly. And then I will wipe most of it off my brush. Swirling right, swirling left. And thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Please sprinkle out the whimsy. And if you don't know it yet, you can do exclamation ES, and it will send you directly to the Essential Stencil site. You can do exclamation code, and it will give you my code, WK21 for Essential Stencil. And you can also do exclamation mark notify, and it will notify you when I am live. So that way you won't miss a thing. Just in case, I might have to change my time or something, or you missed a notification because it didn't get sent out. You will always know when I'm on hashtag exclamation mark notify. I am going to do a second coat on here, just so it'll pop. And thank you to Miss Cindy with Berry Jam Craft for showing me how to do that. She helped me to set that chatbot up, and I'm so grateful to her. I love it when the creators help each other out, and when we share information with one another. I just love when we don't see each other as competition, but as fellow creators, and we just share our knowledge with one another. That's a piece of straw. Where did that come from? That's the craziest things on what you could find around here. I hadn't done anything with straw that I know of. Dry it again. You know, I kind of like it the way it is with the black peeking through. I don't know if I want to make it solid or not. I think I am going to like it like this. It gives it character. I think I am going to leave it like this because it like makes it, I don't know, it just gives it that little bit of extra something. Happy accidents sometimes. I think I like it like that. Oh yeah, that gave it just a little extra something. I like that. See how the letters are not completely solid? going to use the Enchanted Shimmer, and I am going to add that to our little ghost. I'm going to have to get me new coffee filter out. That Enchanted Shimmer will make him glisten. I like that. There's nothing on the back of this, so I am going to lay this back down. That way I only get it where I want it and not anywhere else. And I'm just going to use that stencil brush have to get a smaller brush to go around his face. And all it does, it just gives it a shimmer. It's not glitter. Just makes them reflective. And you could be creative and give her a little bow in her hair up here. I think we've got everything covered really good. And I went around to make it the shape of the ghost instead of fuzzy, just going up and down. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Now, should we add the, let's see, I've got orange flush we can add right here to make it a little bit glittery. And for that, I would lay this back on as well. And I'm just going to use a, I'll just use this one. I normally use a brush that I don't care much about because the glitter messes with the brush. And this one is Holographic Illusion. And this is called Orange Flash. And this one will give it glitter, whereas that one is just a sheen. If we want to add a little bit to the bats, we can decide on whether we want just one bat, two bats, or all the bats. I know this is not going to show up really well on the camera, or when I take pictures, but it looks really pretty with that little extra glitter on here. Just gives it a little sparkle. Just make sure you wash your stencil and your brush out immediately, because glitter is a little bit difficult to get off. This glitter paint. More out. I am going to do a little bit on the bats. And for that one, I am going to use the black. I've got the Holographic Illusion Mystic Black. And I'm going to add that to the bats. Now, should I do all the bats or just some of the bats? Still no comments. Oh, that's so sad. And I am just going to lay this, lay this back down. Sure I am. This is the nice thing. You can just line it up perfectly. And if you're not a fan of glitter, you don't have to do this at all. You can make it rustic looking, antique looking. I think I'm just going to do these two. I think I'm going to leave the others the way they are, because I don't want to overwhelm the board. I think that'll do it. And this was Magic Black Holographic Illusions, and this one was Orange Flash. And then on the Ghost, we just done the Enchanted Shimmer to give him a little bit of a shimmer. This will dry clear. And I know the camera, let me see, maybe it'll pick it up with my other light. I wish you guys could see the shimmer on the Ghost. Trying to hold it to where you could see it. But it looks really cool. What you guys think? I am going to do one other thing. You know me. I'm going to have that black come in. And I am just using what is left on the brush. Just to edge it out, frame it in, and it just gives it that extra little something to bring it all together. You can do as little or as much as you want. I just want a little. I want to bring it in a little bit. It's kind of like the shadows are coming in. got. Yeah, that looks good. You're going to add a little bit of shadows here and there. Just not on your ghost. And there we have it. Lots of different ideas I gave you on how you can make it. You can use shimmer on the moons. I just wanted to do it the way I had it. You can use that enchanted shimmer on the moons. It dries clear, so guys, have a blessed day. I will drill holes in here or hole punch them and with my crocodile and add a hanger. Let me know whether you think we should do home, welcome, or a winter scene on the other side. And then this guy will be ready to find a new home. Thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate you all. Sorry I could not read comments. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. And if anybody's interested, it will be available once we finish the other side. You guys have a great rest of the week, an awesome weekend, and I will do Soulfield Saturday, Friday afternoon, and then we'll be gone on vacation next week, and I'll be tuning in from Tennessee and give you updates on what's going on around Tennessee. You guys have a blessed week.